I fell in love with the groom at the wedding I was a bridesmaid in. About 2 years ago, my best friend Abby asked me to be her bridesmaid at her wedding with her high school sweetheart, Aaron. I clearly said yes because I've known both of them since we were in middle school, and I loved them together. In the weeks before the wedding, Abby became someone I didn't recognize anymore. She was constantly snapping at everyone she saw, even going as far as kicking Aaron out for the night because he didn't pick the right shade of beige. She even started to have second doubts about him. We would have long calls where she would detail everything he did wrong that day, most of which consisted of him just breathing the wrong way. I was honestly starting to get sick of her. Aaron always looked like a hostage whenever she tried to seem like a cute couple, and within the final week before the wedding, I honestly thought he was gonna run for it. But he didn't. He stayed with her through her temper tantrums, forgave every insult, and hugged her every night. That was until the night before the wedding. It was the bachelorette party, and I helped organize a night of her dreams. We were going to do intoxicated karaoke, take her to the spa, and even watch her favorite movies all night long. We were all supposed to meet up at 7 p.m., but she didn't even show up until 10 p.m. And when she did come, she looked extremely disheveled. We all started the activities, but I had a terrible feeling about it, so once she was drunk enough, I asked her what made her late. I didn't even have to ask her twice before she told me all of her secrets. She had been cheating on Aaron with her old high school fling. And she had been for years. After Aaron proposed, she felt so guilty, but she didn't know how to tell him, so she stayed with him. Halfway through her confession, I took my phone out and recorded her. I told her it was all alright, but when she was done and went to bed, I sent the recording to Aaron. The next day, as Abby was preparing for the wedding, she got a quick text from Aaron simply saying that they were over. You should have seen her face, she was pissed. She demanded to know who told him, and I just shrugged, grabbed my stuff and left. I texted Aaron if he was okay, and he immediately asked to meet. Every day after the wedding, he began to call me in the morning for coffee or a morning run. I started to see what Abby neglected in him. He was charming, kind, and would do anything for anyone. I once saw him give $100 bill to a random homeless man when no one was watching. I saw him struggle with realizing the reality of what Abby did, but I refused to let it break him. Every time he asked me if there was something wrong with him, I reassured him. It came to the point where he and I began to have a comfortable rhythm with each other. We knew when the other felt sad, hungry, angry, anything. I started noticing his eyes become starry towards me. And I couldn't lie, I started to think he was the most beautiful man on earth. I didn't know what Abby was even thinking. I want to ask him out on a date, but I don't want him to think I'm using his breakup as a way to get to him. I just want him to know how to be properly loved and appreciated. Am I crazy to want to ask him out?